All right, welcome back to The Explainer, where we get into the big ideas shaping our world. Today, we're looking at something that could totally change how AI systems are put together. It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short.
Okay, so to really get what MCP is all about, just think about your phone charger. Remember that drawer full of tangled cables, different chargers for every single device? It was a mess, right? Well, now we have USB-C. One plug, one standard, and it just works. That's exactly what MCP wants to be for the world of AI.
Because right now, building AI applications, well, it feels a lot like that tangled drawer of cables.
You see, anytime an AI model needs to talk to something in the outside world, say pull data from a financial API or look something up in a company database, a developer has to write custom code. It's often called glue code because it just sticks two things together. And they have to do this for every single connection. Each one is a custom job, and each one is a new place where things can break.
And here's the kicker. It's not a one-and-done thing. You don't just write the code and walk away. What happens when that API you connected to gets an update? Your custom code breaks. Now imagine this happening across thousands, maybe millions of different AI applications. It becomes this constant, time-sucking maintenance nightmare.
So, how do we fix this mess? How do we untangle all these wires? Well, that's where the Model Context Protocol comes in.
Yeah, this is it. MCSP is being called the USB-C moment for AI. The whole idea is to create one single standard way for AI models to communicate with all the external tools and data sources they need.
So here's the key takeaway. Instead of having, a million different custom connections, MCP establishes one common language. It's a standard interface that both the AI and the tool can speak right out of the box. No custom translation needed.
Okay, but how does this actually work in the real world? Let's pop the hood and look at the core architecture to see what's going on.
It's actually a really clean four-step process. First, you have your AI client. Think of a chatbot or an agent that needs something. It makes a request. That request gets formatted through the MCP, basically translated into this new universal language. Then it sends that standard request to an MCP server, and that server is the magic piece. It takes the request, does all the heavy lifting of connecting to the actual tool or database, and then sends the answer back. Simple.
So the real secret sauce here is in those MCP servers. They're like expert translators. They basically announce everything they're capable of doing in a perfectly structured way, a schema that any AI model can read and understand immediately. No custom programming required.
So, think about it like this. When an AI app starts up, it kind of goes on a little discovery trip. It pings all the MCP servers it can see and just asks, hey, what can you do for me? And the servers respond with a whole menu of options. They'll list their tools, like I can call an API, their resources, like I can read this database, and even prompts, which are like helpful templates. It gives the AI a complete, up-to-date catalog of all its powers.
Okay, that all sounds fantastic in theory, but what does this actually mean for the people building this stuff and for us, the users? What's the real benefit?
Well, the benefits are, honestly, they're huge. First, it just gets rid of mountains of that custom glue code. It standardizes everything. This makes building those really complex, smart AI agents so much easier. And here's a big one. The burden shifts. Instead of every single developer having to build their own connection to, say, Google Maps, Google can just offer one official MCP server and everyone can just plug into that. It's way more efficient.
Let's make this super concrete with a real-world example. Picture an AI agent whose whole job is to do equity research for a financial firm.
So check this out. With MCP, this one agent can seamlessly pull live data from a Yahoo Finance server, then turn around and access confidential company reports from an internal database server, and then go search for recent news articles using a web search server. It's talking to three totally different systems, but it's using the exact same language for all of them. It doesn't care about the messy, specific details of each API. It just speaks MCP, and the servers do all the translation. So if this takes off, what does it mean for the future of AI? What's the bigger picture here?
Now, we gotta be clear. This is still very early stage stuff. MCP is a new idea. But if it gets adopted by the big players, its potential to become the standard communication layer for all of AI is just massive.
And that's really the core idea to hang on to. MCP isn't just another tool or a piece of software. It's a shared language. And when everyone starts speaking the same language, you get a more connected, a more scalable, and ultimately a much more powerful AI ecosystem. So, to sum it all up, the Model Context Protocol is trying to replace that tangled mess of custom AI integrations with a single, universal standard. The promise is simpler, faster, and more powerful AI development for everyone.
And that really leaves us with one big question. Whenever a universal standard like this comes along, it doesn't just make the things we're already doing easier. It unlocks completely new things we haven't even thought of yet. So what new capabilities will we unlock when all of AI finally speaks the same language? Thanks for joining us.